cold and snowy day here in Philadelphia, and it was a very painful day Sunday night against the Dallas Cowboys. Well, let's move on. I'll talk in a second. Welcome to week 11 here in Philadelphia. Snowy here on Thursday, where our Philadelphia Eagles are now trying to rebound against a very tough defeat against the Dallas Cowboys here at home, which I showed up at, and then go down to New Orleans and play the red-hot New Orleans Saints. Yes, it is snowing. Yes, it is cold. But like I always tell you guys all the time, the weather cannot kill the passion. The freezing cold cannot kill the heart of true Philadelphia Eagles fans, and that's what I am, and that's what I like to present down here at the link, as you can see behind me. Last week just flat out sucked. There's no way around it. Dallas beat us, hands down, fair and square. Yes, there could have been, should have been, whatever that we could have done, but the fact is we just didn't. And now we have no choice to save our season but to rectify those issues now, because we are about to play the red-hot New Orleans Saints, because if we don't, our season's over. Not necessarily mathematical, and I know back in 2008 we went 9-6-1 and still squeaked into the playoffs and ended up in the championship game against Arizona. But this is rough. The New Orleans Saints in the last 2 weeks have scored like more than 90 points. Got Drew Brees that's passed more yards than like any quarterback ever. Got Alvin Kamara that is an absolutely like a nightmare when it comes to matchups. You got a defense that's somewhat suspect, okay, but you got just weapons all over the place. And that's just dealing with New Orleans side. I haven't even begun to talk about our issues. And what I'm starting to learn now, including through this humbling season so far, is we can't be blaming the refs. We can't be blaming the other team. We have to be looking at what we're doing on our own. Our defensive line is not getting pressure. You have to get pressure on Drew Brees this week. Jim Schwartz, I know you want to just rush for, it has not been working. We have to do something different. Because if you give Drew Brees the same amount of time you gave Dak Prescott, it's going to be horrible. So we have to blitz. You have no other choice. Our defensive backs have to play better, and Darby's out for the rest of the season. Blew his ankle. He's done. Achilles. So he's done. So we have to bring in the next person and do the best that we possibly can with blitzing to give Drew Brees not that much time. But then our corners, he can't be getting double pumped and all that mess. You got to play solid defense with minimal help. Maddox and Rasul Douglas, and we got to sub in on safety. I mean, this is backs against the wall, and that's for our defense. From our offense, man, Carson Wentz, you got to see the whole field. We got to run the ball. We got to control the clock. You have to. You have no choice but to trust Josh Adams. You have to. The guy is rushing for over 5 yards a carry. You have to trust this guy now. What other choice you got? We got to know the running backs. Jay Ajayi's been out. Darren Sproles keeps blowing his hamstring. I mean, you have to trust what we got, and we have to roll with it 100%. Special teams, we have to trust Jake Elliott. If the points can be there, go ahead and kick the field goal. We need the points. We should have done that last week. I know, Monday morning quarterbacking, whatever. Take the points. Kick it through the uprights. You're going to be playing in a dome, a loud dome. You can be playing in the dome, so it shouldn't be any issue with wind. So we need to be accurate. We have a good punter, so that's not an issue at all. But Carson Wentz, yeah, you got to see the whole field. There's other players that are open other than Zach Ertz. One of the things I think worked out in our favor with having Nick Foles be there is because he was just kind of saying, whoever's open, I'm going to go through my reads, whoever's open. I'm not going to run into, I have my favorite. It's whoever's open. We need to do that this week. We need to be smart. Carson Wentz, you got to be smart in situational football. With 11 seconds left in the game, you should be passing twice into the end zone. We should have ended our game last week passing in the middle of the field and watching the clock just run out on us, trying to be cute, trying to be fancy. And that's my last point on this cold, cold day. Doug Peterson, you can't get too fancy with this year. Not now. I mean, we're 4-5 now because of it. And it worked out last year, and I'm ever so grateful for it. I'm not going to look back and say, oh, we should have, no, it worked out for us last year, but this year it's different. So we got to treat every season differently. And right now, going forward on 4th down when we could get the field goal, going and doing these shovel passes and all this stuff when in the middle of the field at the end of the game and all this other stuff is not working. We need to play hard-nosed football against the Saints this week. We got no other choice. This is the best team in the NFC and potentially in the NFL. So this week, I want to see my Eagles go down to New Orleans. I'm not saying you're not playing with heart, but I want us to play with our heart and our mind and then leave everything on the table playing smart football 100%. And if we can do that, we have a shot. Any week, any given Sunday, any team can beat anybody else, and I still believe that we have a shot at beating the New Orleans Saints. So as I do, no matter what the circumstance, no matter what the record, and no matter what the weather is, it's time to support our team in the worst of times. And that's what true fans do. And that's what we can do down here in the snow at the link, baby. And cheer on our Birds and hope they come away with a victory against the New Orleans Saints. Let's go Birds, baby. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Beat the Saints! Woo!